Hello everyone, welcome to my new programming club. Today we will be solving another daily Leetcode problem, and the problem's name is find all the people with secret. So the problem statement goes like this. There are n people numbered from 0 to n minus 1, okay, and you are also given a n 2D array which is having entries in this particular form. Okay, so let me explain it in my own words. So there are some number of peoples. Okay, let's say there are n people. So each person is denoted with a certain marking, and markings are from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so these are the labels of persons. So these people are to have meetings, okay, at certain points with each other. Okay, so in a meeting you are given a meetings array, okay, which is having following type of entries: x, y, and then there is time. Okay, so it means that x person is meeting y person, okay, at time let's say this thing is equal to, this time is equal to t, okay, at time t. Okay, so there are certain entries in this meeting array. This will be given to you, okay, and it is mentioned that a person may attend multiple meetings at the same time. Okay, so how so? Let's say some entries are like this. There is a person 3, it is attending a meeting with 4, okay, at a time let's say 5, and there is a person 6 which is also attending meeting with 3, and this meeting is also happening at time 5. So the situation is like this. If you represent in a graphical form, so 3 is having meeting with 4, and 3 is also having meeting with 6. Okay, so both of these meetings so are at t is equal to 5. So this particular one is at time is equal to 5, and this meeting is also, you know, at time t is equal to 5. Okay, time is equal to 5, you can say. So you are able to see that a same person is attending two different meetings or more than one meeting at the same time. Okay, same person attending more than one meetings at same time. At same time. Okay, so this type of cases can be there, and other than it's mentioned that person labeled 0 will initially be having a secret, and initially that person will share the secret with the person labeled first person, okay, at time t is equal to 0. So let's say there was a person 0, okay, and he was having some secret, and the first person here, let's say, was 3. Okay, so at time t is equal to 0, these two exchange the secret. So 0 gave the secret to 3. So this happened at time t is equal to 0. Okay, so and these events happened at time t is equal to 5. Okay, so first this one occurred, and then these events occurred at the same time. Okay, and the secret is shared every time in a meeting with a person that has the secret. Okay, so what happens is, let's say if there is a meeting going on, and in that meeting, let's say some person is having a secret. Okay, so let's say this person is having a secret and there is a meeting going on. Okay, so these all peoples are sitting in a room and there is a meeting going on. So this person in an instant will share the secret with all of these persons. Okay, so in a single instance of time, these all will get to know the secret. These all will be affected. Okay, so this is also mentioned here that the secrets are shared instantaneously. That is, a person may receive the secret and share it with other in the meeting with the same time frame. Okay, and let's say when this meeting was started, at that time itself someone told a secret to this particular person. Okay, someone from outside, so it was a secret holder. Then he told the secret when the meeting just began to this person, and he will announce and everybody will hear the secret. So this is what this particular statement means. Okay, and then we have to return a list of all the people that have the secret after meetings have taken place. Okay, so when all the meetings mentioned in this particular meetings array will be completed, we have to tell which persons will be having secret. Okay, so this is what we have to do in this particular problem, and let's see the constraint of the problem. So the number of persons are of order 10 raised to power 5. Number of meetings is of order 10 raised to power 5 also, and each entry in the meetings array will be of length 3. So it will be having 3 things. This will be a person 1, and this will be a person 2, and this will be the time at which they will be having the meeting. Okay, so it will be a 3 length entry, and it is mentioned that a person cannot have meeting with himself. Okay, so you will never find such a case that it is something like let's say this is any time. So these two values of person 1 and person 2 will never be equal. It means that person is having meeting with himself, or he is sitting alone in a meeting. So this kind of situation will never occur. Okay, so that's fine. And then the times at which the meetings will be having will be ranging from 1 to 10 raised to power 5. Okay, and zeroth person will be the first person from which you can say the secret originates, and the first person, that 0th person will sharing the secret at time t is equal to 0 will be labeled from 1 to n minus 1. Okay, now with that out of our way, let's discuss how we will be solving this particular problem. Okay, so before approaching towards the solution, I would like you to let you know a prerequisite that will be there to solve this particular problem. The prerequisite for this will be disjoint set union. Okay. So I will also provide a link for article describing this disjoint set union. So it's basically a data structure. Okay. Or you can say, you know, it is a way of connecting two disjoint sets in the best time complexity that can be there, and to know instant at an instance whether two nodes are connected or not. Okay, so I will not dive into very deeper into this concept. You can definitely check it out, and here you will be able to see whole implementation and optimizations that are there in disjoint set union. So I will highly encourage you, if you are not having any prior knowledge to this disjoint set union, okay, so to head over to this article and read it out. Okay, and with that done, we will be moving towards our approach. Okay, so there will be two things in this disjoint set union that will be of help to us. Okay, firstly, we would know whether two nodes are connected or not. And we can connect two nodes or two components. By components I mean, let's say there are certain nodes connected and there is another group which are also having certain nodes connected. So these two different components can be linked to each other. Okay, so there will be another operation union here. Okay, so which will add two nodes or two components. Add two nodes or two components. By node I mean that you know, a node is representing a single person. Okay, single person. And when two nodes will be connected, when let's say either of, let's say two persons are having a meeting, or one of them is telling a secret to another one. Okay, so in that case these two can be connected. You know, it's little difficult for you for me to, you know, make you understand how entirely disjoint set union will be working if you are not having prior knowledge. That's why you should be definitely going to this article and reading about what disjoint set union is and how it helps us. Okay, so let's move towards the approach. So let's say this meeting array is given to you. Okay, these are the entries in your meetings array. So this is person 1, person 2 and time. Okay, these are the entries. And initially your initial secret knower is the 0th person. Okay, so he is the initial secret knower and he tells the secret to the first person, which is 3. Okay, so this data is given to you. So what happens that 0, and I'm representing the whole situation graphically, and then I'll be telling how disjoint union set can help us in doing all of this programmatically. Okay, so at time t is equal to 0, the origins of secret, you know, the person 0th person will be telling secret to 3. Okay, now 3 is connected to the secret knower. Okay, then comes time t is equal to 5. Okay, so time will be going in a sequential manner, 0th time and then the 5th time and then the 6th time. Why I am missing the time in between? Because you know I have not taken any values for time in between, so there are only these values 5 and then there is 6. Okay, so 0th time we have done. Now comes time t is equal to 5. Okay, so for the 5th time t is equal to 5, these things will be happening. So first thing that will be there is 3 and 4 will be in a meeting. Okay, so this will be a different meeting. Okay, so this is a meeting, and this is this meeting, and then there will be a meeting between 4 and 2 also. Okay, these two will be having a meeting at the same time. So you know 4 is present at the same time in two meetings here. Then there will also be a meeting happening between 5 and 1. Okay, at the same time t is equal to 5. All of these meetings will be happening. So these are different meetings. Okay, this is also a meet. So this is the scenario at t is equal to 5. So in this particular scenario, who is the secret knower as of now? So right now you will see that 3 is knowing the secret only. Okay, no one is knowing secret as of now. So what will happen? That 5 and 1, since in this particular meet nobody knows the secret. Okay, so this particular meeting will not lead to the secret being spread, but this meeting 3 and 4 meeting will result in 4 knowing the secret, and when 4 will get to know the secret, it will instantaneously spread the secret to 2 also. Okay, so 2 will also came to know the secret. So at time t is equal to 5, how many number of people will be knowing the secret? So 0 and 3 were already knowing the secret at t is equal to 0. Then other than 0 and 3, at time t is equal to 5, 4 and 2 also came to know about the secret. Okay, so t is equal to 5, these number of people knew the secret. Okay, now there is another meeting that is there, and this meeting is 5, 2 and 6. Okay, so it is happening at time t is equal to 6. Okay, but the thing here to be noted is, now although 2 is knowing the secret, 2 is connected with the secret knower here. Okay, connected with secret knower, or let's say holder. So 2 will spread the secret to 5. Okay, so 5 will also came to know about the secret, but this does not mean that 1 also knows the secret, because when 5 and 1 had the meeting, at that time none of them were knowing the secret. Okay, so this thing is to be noted here. Okay, so at time t is equal to 6, how many number of people will be knowing the secret? 0, 3, 4, 2 and 5 will also come to know about the secret, but 1 will not come to know about the secret, because when 1 was having meeting with someone, at that time neither one knew the secret, and neither nor that person knew the secret, which was 5. Okay, this time nobody knew the secret, so 1 cannot know the secret. This meeting is already over now when we will be in time t is equal to 6. So all of these meetings will be over at time t is equal to 6. Okay, so they will no longer be existing. Okay, so this is the whole scenario here. Okay, now let's move towards the implementation part. There I will be explaining how disjoint union set will be helping us to achieve these things. Okay. So this is just a standard implementation of disjoint union set. So there are two operations, find and union. Okay, and there are some initializations of our disjoint set. Okay, so there are two extra functions there. You will not find these functions in the implementation of the article that will be given, whose link will be given to you, this article. Okay, so these are add-ons, you can say, standard DSU implementation. And this DSU implementation, when you will be reading this article, and if you know also prior to reading this article about DSU, then this is path compression. You need not to worry about these fancy words. If you are not familiar with these kind of things, you will anyways come to know about them in this article. Okay, so path compression and union by rank. So these two techniques are used in the above DSU. Okay, so now moving to the main logic of our problem. So what we will be doing is we will be processing the meetings in batches of time. Okay, so let me write clearly in another slide. Processing meetings in increasing batches of time. Okay, so what I mean by batches of time, these are batches of time. So this is batch 1, time is equal to 0. This is batch 2, time is equal to 2, and this one is batch 3, time is equal to here, time is equal to 5 actually, and here time is equal to 6. So it is very intuitive, we are seeing at what particular time how many meetings are going on, and in those particular meetings how many people are there that are coming to know about the secret, and then when that time frame is over, then we are moving to the next time frame. So we will be doing processing in batches of time. So 0th time, then 5th time, and then 6th time. Okay, so these will be different batches. Okay, so for making batches of time, what we should be doing? So here function of DSU, which is union, will help us to make batch of make all the meetings in a certain batch. Okay, so let's say we are traversing the meetings array. First of all, let's go one by one. First of all, since we are to traverse the batches of time in increasing order, so we will be sorting our meetings, okay, in increasing order of time. Since we are considering to traverse time in batches or traverse meeting times in batches, that's why we are sorting this meetings array with increasing order of with respect to increasing order of meeting times. Okay. Okay, so once we are done with it, we will be having a hash set which will be denoting the persons that will be knowing the secret. Okay, persons knowing the secret. So at time t is equal to 0, these two persons will be knowing the secret. One is the person, you can say, from which the secret originated, and he told the secret to the first person at time t is equal to 0. At time t is equal to 0, 0th person told the secret to first person. Okay, so we will be adding them into the secret knowers group. Okay, then we will be initializing our disjoint set. Okay, then once we are done with it, we will union the nodes of 0th person and the first person. Okay, so join the nodes of first person and 0th person. Okay, this is this step that we are doing at time t is equal to 0. We are doing this step. So with disjoint set union, we are making this link between 0 and the first person. Okay, so this is what we are doing here in this particular line. Then we are calling a function that start having meetings. Okay, so now we will start having meetings. According to sorted meetings array. Okay, so we will be traversing our meetings array once. Okay, so we will be traversing meetings array once. And when we are traversing, what we will be doing, we will be seeing what is the current meeting ID, or let's say at what index current meeting is occurring, and we will see the current meeting time. Okay, these two things we will store in some variables. Then we will form batches of time. Here what we are doing is forming batch of current time, you can say current meet time. Okay, so we are forming this green boundary, you can say this batch 2. Okay, earlier we formed batch 1, so you can also say that here in this particular thing we also formed batch 1. Okay, so now we are forming subsequent batches. Okay, after batch 1, that will those batches will follow. So all these meetings will be happening at the same time. So all these meetings will be happening at the same time. Okay, so when these meetings will be happening, we will use a function of disjoint set, which is disjoint set union, to make these put all these meetings that are happening in a single batch. Okay, so everything will be joint as of now. So you can consider everything like this right now. If we take it to some other slide, so 5, and then with 5 it was 1, and then 3, 4, 2. So for simplicity, let's also consider that these two are also linked. Okay, so this will be one batch after this disjoint set union. Okay, and then we will we have just formed the batch. Now we will process the batch. Okay, process the current time batch, or you can say current meet time batch. To spread the secret if possible. Now question arises, how the secret can be spread out. So secret can be only spread when a person is having a meeting with someone and he came to know directly about the secret, let's say from another person in the meeting or from someone outside the batch. Okay, so here in this particular instance, someone from outside the batch told 3 the secret, which was the 0th person. Okay, and 4 and 2 will come to know about the secret from 3 will spread the secret to 4, and since they are in a meeting, and then there was another meeting going on, now 4 at instantaneously spread the secret to 2. So the secret will travel like this. Okay, now 4 will spread. So this is a different meeting that is there, and this is a different meeting, and 4 is present in 2 meetings at the same time. So this whole thing is happening as time is equal to 5. Okay, now if that's the case that we are connected, we are somehow getting to know about the secret, so there is a function is connected to secret knower. Okay, so this function, what this function does is it tells you whether you are getting to know secret from someone outside the batch or from someone inside the meeting that you are in. Okay, so it tells you whether you know the secret either by someone outside your time batch or by someone having a meeting with you at current time. Okay, so this thing will tell us whether we are knowing the secret by these two options, either of these two options. Okay, so if let's say either of the person in a certain meeting is knowing the secret, okay, so this means that either of the person in a meeting is knowing the secret, then you will add both of these persons to the secret knowers group. Then you will add both of these persons to secret knower group. So initially the secret knower group was having only 0 and 3, Then 3 also came to know about the secret, so from someone outside. Okay, so 3 was already knowing the secret when these meetings started, and 3 spread the secret to 4. Okay, so 3 spread the secret to 4, and then 4 spread the secret to 2. Okay, and other than that, when you will see that in this particular meeting, none of the persons were knowing the secret, either from someone inside the meeting or from someone outside this particular time batch. Okay, so none of them will be added to the secret knowers group. And before proceeding with the whole thing forward, what you will do, you will break this particular edge between 5 and 1. Okay, so this particular edge will be broken. Why we are breaking this particular edge? It's a very tricky thing to understand. You can observe here what's the reason that we are breaking this particular edge. Because if this edge would have been intact, okay, 5 let's say was connected to 1 at this particular time, also time t is equal to 6. Okay, then 1 would also have known the secret, but that's not the case. Once meeting with 5 is already over, that's why we will destroy this link between 1 and 5. Okay, so that we do not get the wrong answer here. So that's why we will destroy the link. So you can say that if that's not the case and both of the persons are not having any knowledge of the secret, then their bond will be broken. If both persons are not knowing secret, then break their bond, so that when either of them knows the secret in some later meeting, then it should not lead to the other person knowing the secret also. With whom this secret knower had meeting previously. Okay, so I guess you are able to understand with the example of this 5 and 1. Okay, so 5 and 1, at the time when 5 and 1 had the meeting, at that time nobody was knowing the secret, but after this meeting got over, 5 had a meeting with someone another, which is 2. So 2 was having the secret, 2 told the secret to 5, but since 1 and 5 already ended their meeting, so 1 cannot be knowing about the secret now. Only 5 should be knowing about. That's why we are breaking this particular bond. This bond should be broken. Okay, and with that out of our way, we are just only left to see what this bond break function is. When you will study about the disjoint set, you will see that we are just separating out these two elements. Okay, so this is the bond break function, and other than that, this is the whole implementation of this particular problem, and this is how you will be solving it. So it was a little hard to explain you without, if let's say you are not having disjoint set union knowledge priorly. So you should be definitely, I'll again ask you to visit this link and read everything in this article, and then only start with this approach. Okay, so graphically this thing I can make you understand this thing, how everything will be working. Okay, and program, if you write a program to do all these things, so disjoint set union is a prerequisite definitely there. Okay, so thank you for watching, have a great day ahead. If you are having any queries or any general questions, you may ask them in the comment section. Okay, thanks.